Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So today it was actually a foundation that I had kind of shown you in one of my Superdrug hauls, and I really wanted to kind of review this. It's about a year old. It's the Revolution Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation, and I had an idea because I thought to myself, what if somebody has looked at my video, the previous one with the NYX glaze, professional makeup glaze kind of tint, and said I'd love something like that, but I need medium coverage. This is lovely, absolutely lovely. It's got the SPF 30 soft glow skin tint, but the reason I wanted to review this straight after the other video, because I thought to myself, and I am somebody usually that does need medium coverage. My face is going through, my skin is going through a really good phase. The redness is always there, but it's kind of gone down. But I do think that's because my skin does really well in good weather. Obviously, diet and things like that as well. But I thought to myself, what if somebody does need a little bit more medium coverage and they like the idea of this, but this actually has, so let's go on to this. This is the Revolution Skin Silk Serum Foundation. I'm in F5. The other thing I wanted to mention is this has 20 shades to choose from, so it goes more in numbers. So F5, I was actually color matched in Superdrug by a lovely girl called Danielle, and she just kind of, I just said to myself, I've had a few occasions where I've bought foundation, thought it was my, online and things like that, which does happen to people. And she said, no problem, let's go through it. And we did she did a color match of F5, and that's what that looks like. So if we look just initially at what it looks like, it's a really nice packaging. It's kind of got that frosted glass, it is glass, and that gold kind of, just says Skin Silk in gold, says that it's a luminous serum foundation. So serum is skincare, guys, so anything skincare related. So that's why I wanted to show it to you as well. I love skincare and I love makeup, but as you get older and even as your skin maybe progresses, maybe you have acne, maybe you just have problem skin, even if you don't, anything foundation and skincare kind of combined is really, really good for your complexion and everything like that. I like to go for more of a glowy look because I've had kind of issues with acne and things. Dry and matte hasn't really suited me in terms of foundation, and this is a serum, it's more of a glowy look. So this, I think personally, just my opinion, is more of all the benefits of skincare and makeup, but the only difference is this has kind of medium coverage build basically. So I've popped it on twice. I've really liked the idea. So we're going to go through that today. I have, just for time's purposes, popped on my W7 Prime Magic Primer, and we're just going to go through it, guys. I really wanted to show this to you guys because I do know there's a lot of people, me included, that do need, so obviously guys, I am going through a good skin phase, so this really suited me when I put it on, but I do find majority of the year I do need a medium coverage, so something like this is great. So we're just going to pop it. So again, it doesn't have, I did look up the benefits, so it has peptides, which are great for plumping the skin, and then you've got hyaluronic acid, which again is really, really good for keeping your skin clear, and just has so many benefits. So peptides and hyaluronic acid, it doesn't say it on the bottle, but if you look up the ingredients it will show you. Peptides are great for plumping the skin and keeping it nourished. So if you're somebody that does have, dry skin or kind of suffers with maybe not sagging as much, but maybe just kind of you feel like you're dried out a lot, maybe your skin is dehydrated, peptides are great for that. So let's pop it on. I'm going to just pop it directly onto my skin. So that's F5. You can see it's kind of a lotion base, it's quite liquidy, but that's what you would expect in a serum. Now I appreciate I've got a little bit of a tan at the minute. I was F5 maybe 3 weeks ago. I've been outside due to my job and things like that. I went kind of met friends and things like that, and I was kind of I am a little bit more tanned, but I do think it's going to suit me. So we're just going to pop it on with the fingers, and then I'm going to go in with a brush, and then if I need to kind of settle it in maybe with a blender, I will. Sometimes I use both, or sometimes I use my hand. So what we're going to do now is just pop that around. I think I might just need one, but generally I do go in with two. Redness for me, as you can see, I've been in the shower. My hair, I need to kind of, I wanted to get on, we kind of do this today. I will dry my hair afterwards, but I was kind of excited to show you because I thought to myself, this might look really good for somebody. And NYX are great, so this isn't kind of a company thing or anything like that, but what if they want the benefits but they definitely need that medium color coverage? And I have found from wearing it 2 or 3 times that it is medium coverage. So what I'm going to do is spray my Real Techniques foundation brush with my Vitamin E Superdrug Hydrating Mist. I use it on my skin, but I also use it on brushes, it's great. Okay, so all we're going to do is move that around the face, and hopefully, as I said before, it's still a really good cover match, but you can see there's a glowness to it. Not too glowy or shimmery, but anything serum like, guys, for your skin at any age is going to be really, really good for you. I really like to find, and I'm excited when I find kind of foundation that has skincare in it. So peptides, again, great for kind of plumping the skin, nourishing it, and then obviously you've got that hyaluronic acid as well. Okay, so that's one coat, guys. And you can see it's a little bit like Your Skin But Better. If you, was that L'Oreal? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments. But or Maybelline, was it Your Skin But Better foundation? So this has been out for about a year, so it's not new, and they do have a lot of new products at the minute. But that's the first one. I don't think I'll need to go in with my, sometimes I go in with my beauty blender and I'll pop that on just to kind of get it into the areas. But I think maybe one more, only because, guys, if you can see for me, I've always had that little bit of issue with the redness. So we're just going to pop on, not a lot, tiniest bit. I like that it has a pump. That's a really good benefit too. Always good when it has a pump. So we're just going to bring that around. But initial reactions for me, the reason I say Your Skin But Better is that when I look in the mirror, it literally just looks like I'm having a good skin day. Really does. I don't feel like I've got foundation on, and I think a lot of that contribution is the fact that it's got so much skincare. Okay, so again, I loved the NYX Beauty Glaze, but I did think to myself, you know what, a lot of the year my skin can't really take a BB cream, only because I tend to need a heavier coverage, and that's just maybe as I'm getting a little bit older. I don't know what it is, or the skin type I have. But yes, so that's it, guys. So I just buffed the rest of that so I didn't waste it in, but I wouldn't usually. It's just because I had that redness. So what I'm going to do is just, so that's my initial, before anything else is on, my initial application. Frosted glass, you kind of see there, so it's numbered as well, so it's not like beige, porcelain, that kind of thing. It is kind of numbered, basically, a little bit like MAC when they have NC12 or things like that. But how many mils? I think it's 30. F5, 23 mils. So, but I know that sounds not a lot, but actually the fact that it's got the pump is amazing. So what we're going to do is go in with my Maybelline, and I've always used this, so I will kind of fast forward and kind of come on and off with certain things. So I'm going to do my eyes with the Natasha Denona. This is just the rose palette. It's her mini rose palette, and I will do that off camera and come back, because I really did want to talk about this foundation. I really like it. When I look in the mirror, I certainly need concealer under the eyes, but everything else, it just looks like foundation. And I'm happy that it didn't have kind of an effect. I had a little bit of a tan, not much, but you know, when you spend money on a foundation and that's your usual skin type and you get a little bit of a tan sometimes, it doesn't kind of look, but it's okay. It looks really well. There's not a huge difference in between the neck or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is pop on my Maybelline concealer. I'm doing really good with that because I'm trying to use up things I have before buying anything else. So I'm just going to go in, and I appreciate you might not be able to see it, but I do have kind of a little bit of blue or grey. I've had it since I was a little girl, like the little inner corners of the eyes. And I'm just going to go where I would naturally start to get redness throughout the day. So this is, if I haven't said, the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I have mine in peach. And I always put this on before, I kind of feel like it's base for my concealer, before my E.L.F Hydrating Concealer. So we're going to use my blender for that, just kind of to dab that in. I don't want to use kind of a brush around. Personally, I don't like using a brush around my eyes. Okay, here. But this concealer got, or sorry, foundation, I will look up the price. I got mine obviously in Superdrug. I only say that because sometimes Amazon has different, or you know, anywhere else sometimes we'll have different prices. I will look it up now because it's not necessarily new. I think when it was new it was about £14. I will look now, obviously after this, and pop it up on the screen for you. What I'll also do is pop up the 20 colors. 20 colors, guys. That's the other thing. This is lovely, but it also had 10 colors. So what I like about this is that it does have that in-between color. So it's not block porcelain, block beige. You do have that in-between. So if you are kind of in-between mix on your skin tone, you do have that dark option and the bright option. So that's another real huge benefit to it. So let's just put that on. So that's kind of it. It just kind of gets rid of the discoloration kind of evens out my skin tone with that Maybelline 3-in-1 color corrector. As it says, it is a color corrector. And now we're going to pop on our E.L.F, and this is the Camo Concealer Hydrating. They do have another one too, but we're just going to pop this on. Okay, just on the inner corners here and here. And again, I do just add the redness as well. And there we go. Okay, it does look like a lot, I know, guys, but I've literally just dabbed it on. So yeah, there's not a lot there. We're gonna, again, we are gonna go in with my beauty blender for just the under eyes part. And just get that kind of in with the sponge, and then once it's in with the sponge, I can then blend it in with a brush just to make that application a little bit quicker for time's purposes. So I'm going to bring that right down here, but I don't want anything to take away, because I'm not going to go really too heavy with bronzer or anything like that, because I don't want to take away from you seeing the kind of benefit of it straight away off of. The only thing I'm going to do, because that will add to the glowiness, is the Mario, and this is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light, and that's Mario, Makeup by Mario. So what I'm going to do now is go in with my clean brush, because I want to go, yeah, so I'll just go back in with my foundation brush. Again, I'm going to spray it, and I am going to gently then blend that in under the eyes, because I know I said I don't go in under the eyes initially with the sponge, or with the brush. I do kind of put it in with the sponge and then gently kind of set it in. So we're just going to spray that, and okay, we're just going to spray that in. Okay, don't forget, guys, if you see the banner on my channel, do take a look at it. If you're new, thank you for looking at the video. The banner says videos Wednesdays, Saturdays, and lives every Monday at 7. So that's what we're going to do. Lives are 7 p.m. UK time. Okay, so that's kind of all I've done. As you can see, it didn't take long, because I did kind of make sure that was in the right place, so that it doesn't drag the skin when I put the brush on, because we have gone in with the sponge. Okay, so that's it, guys, and I didn't want anything to take over the initial kind of benefit of looking at this on yours. So it is yours. I keep going to say Your Skin But Better, but it's not. It's Revolution Skin Silk. I do feel like it is just like your skin, guys. I don't see a huge difference. What I see is a color correction, the same tone of on my face of my natural skin, and benefiting look that the skincare there gives it that glowiness, and you just feel confident. Basically, you feel confident. It's easy to apply. It is more of a lotion, so just be careful when you have that pump. It is lotion, but it does have a top as well, and it is glass. But again, lovely kind of decoration, things like that. Again, it's not the most important thing, but absolutely, guys, I would highly recommend it. Especially, guys, I kind of came off the video the other day happy with the review, but I thought to myself, you know, not everyone has, including me, really amazing skin that they can pop on a skin tint and feel that's it, that's great, let's go for the day. That doesn't always work for everybody. So that's why I love this product, don't get me wrong. But then I had this kind of a month and I hadn't really looked at it. I kind of wanted it. I wanted to review it, and it had been in my collection, and I thought, you know what, they're very similar. They actually, this has a huge amount of, you know, peptides, hyaluronic acid. It's a serum foundation. So what if you like this, but actually you really want more of a medium coverage? And I would definitely say, guys, this is medium coverage. So what we're going to do is just kind of set that before what we're going to do is just pop on the Makeup by Mario. This comes in various shades. Mine is in light, but I always say, you can see that there, it's not very light, but it does, you can use it as a sculptor, or you can kind of, as it says, I use it as more of a general kind of brightening effect to the skin. I don't put a lot on, so it lasts a long time. And then I just go in with my foundation brush, and you can see it just gives a nice glow. It doesn't kind of dry the skin out. It doesn't stick in one place. It's really nice, and that's it. That's all it does, guys. It doesn't take very long, but you can see it's giving me a bit of color. And again, when you look in, most importantly, it doesn't look too cakey on the skin, so it kind of just adds to that for you. What we're going to do is our brows, or I might set, did I set it? Yes, I have my setting powder here. Okay, so we're just going to set this, then set the under eyes. Did I bring my Revolution? Yes, I did. This is the No Flashback Super Matte Fix. I've had this for a couple of months now. It's the baking powder, the pink baking powder. I use it for under the eyes. The only thing I'll say is, again, it is Revolution, is that I know Wet n Wild have this sifter, and they've got purple and 2 variations of pink. And they do have a sifter, and it's a little bit better in terms of kind of managing the powder when it comes out. But again, nice size, travel. I mean, the quality of the product itself is great. So yes, I will definitely use that up. I haven't been able to find, so Emily Noel is somebody that I look at. She has the sifter. And it just seems to kind of work a little bit better, so she can go in and then turn it, and she can pop the brush directly in it, whereas this has a little bit of a top there, but I mean, it's not a big deal. So the reason I want to wear this is the Rimmel 001 transparent, and it doesn't really take away from, you know, a glowy look, and that's what I want. I don't want to put a matte setting powder on. Okay, let's just we might just use the Big Bertha, and this is from the Big Bertha brush from DJS Cosmetics, and they're great. So this is, it's such a big brush, but it's great for powder and setting and things like that. And I'm just going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to put that in. And it has, you see the redness on my nose is coming back, but we'll try our best just to top that. But that's okay. When we put blush on, you know, I do tend to put it on as well. It's hay fever season 2, guys, so my goodness. Another channel I want to shout out, and it's been commenting a lot on my videos, and I've actually followed her for a long time. I don't always get to go on her lives. It's Makeup Tutorials with Andy. I think she may have changed her channel name to Makeup Tutorials with Andrea, but do check her out, guys. She does really good reviews. She does lives in the evening, and then she'll do like declutters and stuff, and I've been following her for maybe just over a year now. I just found her, I can't believe it. But she's really good, really informative, and does lots of kind of reviews on eyes. I am a blush foundation person. She's really into eyeshadow, so she's really good at doing eye makeup. But yes, I think her name, it was Makeup Tutorials with Andy, and now I think it's Makeup Tutorials with Andrea. So I just wanted to give that channel a shout out too. I mentioned, you know, Emily Noel makeup, but I did want to kind of shout out. She's really good. She's really honest reviews. So definitely take a look there as well. So that's it, guys. We haven't put blush on. I wouldn't say we've put bronzer on. I think that Makeup by Mario is more of like it says sculpting and transformative. It is transformative. Sculpting means you really go around and really kind of the cheekbones, kind of, you really want to get that kind of sculpted look. I'm not really looking for that at the minute. So what we'll do is the blush. Did I want to do a powder fan? I don't think I wanted to do it. What I wanted to do is keep that glowy going, keep that glowy look going. And this is the Bee Bronze Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops, and this is from Drunk Elephant. There is a W7, but I am consciously making an effort, guys, to make this because W7 is one of my favorite brands. But I did get this. This was my first bronzing drops product. I got it on a discount on Cult Beauty, so I think it actually is, it might be like 28, but I think I got it for 14. And you don't need a lot. Do give it a shake. And the only reason I'm using this, guys, and I am going to spray with the Revolution Matte Fix so that it doesn't kind of dry out or kind of lose its texture. This, I'm going to pop this on. I'm not going to set it with powder. The only powder thing I'm going to use is this blush, and I found it in Primark, and it's in Sangria, and I'm really into the deep pinks now at the minute. I think they suit me more, and what I'm doing is I'm starting to put the blush more on the cheekbone and then gently here, so as you turn, it gives you a sculpted look, so it's not taking away, you know, you're not putting the blush on the cheeks and the apples of the cheeks and then that's it. I'm kind of trying to kind of maneuver a little bit more, be a bit more creative with that. So that's the only powder thing we will have. So what I'm going to do is just go in with that bronzer. I have shook it. I will shake it a bit more because I'll just tell you guys, the only thing to do is don't go straight in without shaking it because it seems to kind of separate. So if you put the bronzer on, there's a lot of water around it, but I think that's just the texture and the nature of it. So let's just do that. Okay. And we're just going to pop it here and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. And this sounds really weird, guys, but I am getting fish. I know that sounds, I'm actually getting fish in an aquatic center in Yarnton. I don't know, There's something relaxing about looking like at an aquarium. I don't know what it is. So it's not going to be a massive aquarium, but it's going to be like maybe kind of block square. But I am going to take that into consideration and get smaller fish. I'm not going to get a bigger fish, but I don't know. I've been wanting to get something for the house. I'm not around for a dog. I was a huge dog lover. I've had 3 dogs in my lifetime so far. Westies, West Highland Terriers, and they've always been, I don't know. I just want to get something for the house that when you come in and it's just really relaxing. So I am going to take into consideration the size of the tank. I'm not going to get kind of, but I don't know. So I'm going with my friends to see that. Just to see, guys. I am going to get advice and stuff and just see. It's not going to be huge. It's just going to be, and I will show it to you guys. I don't know. I wanted to do it for a while. So the reason why I haven't gone under here is that I use what's remaining on the brush and I go under here. So I'm going to just try and find my contour. Yes, my Real Techniques contour brush, and we're just gonna, so as you can see, guys, it keeps the glowiness. It's not matte because we are, you know, Skin Silk does have that, serum gives you that glow, so I don't want to take away from that. And I know you might have wondered why is she using a matte fix setting spray if she's going for the glowy look. All it does is it's oil control, so it does say matte, but it's oil controlling fixing spray. So yes, it says matte. It's not going to make your look matte, but it is going to help in the heat and things like that. So definitely don't think, okay, I can't use it if I want a glowy look. You can. It just keeps and fixes, I guess, the makeup there. But it's oil control. So anything kind of that looks maybe you're too warm and it's starting to come out, or any sweat or anything like that, that's what it helps. So I'm just going to go under with this. I'm not going to take anything extra. And I'm trying to kind of maintain the silky glowy look because that's what the purpose of that foundation is. So now what we're going to do is go in with the only powder thing I'm going to go in with extremely lightly is the Primark Sangria high pigment blush, and my goodness, it's high pigment. I'm going to just swatch it for you. If you haven't seen my previous videos, that's what it looks like. We're just gonna, that's this, my god, look at that, guys. So I am going in super gentle. And again, I'm going to focus kind of up here. So I'm going to get, what I'm going to do is just test this brush because I have had foundation on it. It has been washed last week, but there is a little bit of foundation that's still showing. And I kind of just test them before I put them on. And we're going to go so lightly, guys, so lightly. I'm going to dab it in there. I'm even going to just, okay. So just looking here, I appreciate the sun is going down. If you've watched my videos for a long time, I do have lighting. However, I feel like, what if you just want to look at a foundation, particularly foundations, and what it would look like in daylight, natural light, you know. So I appreciate it's a bit later than normal. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure if there was football on or something, but next door, all I could hear was, yeah, go on. And I think it must have been football on because next door, living room is kind of how the houses are built. Next door's living room is right where my bedroom is. So I think it stopped at midnight. So I slept in a little bit, then had to do the shopping and stuff. So I'm only getting to it now. So I apologize for that. So as you can see, if you look up there, guys, I've kind of just brought it up and then slightly to the cheekbones. So you can see it's actually bringing it in. Even though it's not a bronzer, it's bringing the face in slightly. And then you've kind of got room for highlighter or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do on the other side. I will do the eye look off camera and then come back because we're at 23 minutes now. So just slightly up. And then a little bit here and just make sure it looks even. But you can see I've been going very gently because it's really strong. Okay, so that's kind of what that looks like. You can go in with a blending brush like the Big Bertha, or any blending brush, doesn't have to be that. And if you feel like this is, and just kind of calms it down slightly. So what I'll do is the brows and the eyes, and then we'll come back. So that's the finished look, guys. I did a very kind of light pink Natasha Denona eyeshadow look, and then I went in with my NARS Climax mascara, which I would highly recommend. I did about 3 coats. I appreciate the sun's going down. So let's have a look here, and I will do pictures. So yes, absolutely lovely palette. Again, I got a discount. The reason I say a discount, if you're wondering, is if you're a long time kind of customer of Cult Beauty, you kind of build up status points. And at the time I got this, and what else did I get that I said? Yes, these two things, and various different times, not together. I had built status points, which means you've kind of spent a certain amount and they kind of build up. So that's how I got them. But I think originally on their own, they might be a little bit more. I think this is 24 and this might be 28. I got this for 14 and this for 12, which is quite good. So just build up your points. Maybe just build up your skincare. That's a good thing to do. So if you're like, I can't really afford loads and loads of makeup, build up your skincare. Maybe start to get, because they do The Ordinary, they do lots of different skincare brands, and then maybe as you need it, so then over time you might be able to use then your status points for something like this. So that's what I did, very, very light. And then I went in, as I said, with my Climax mascara. I then set everything with the Revolution Matte Fix Spray. So what, if I was to say, what would you recommend it? I absolutely would. Now, any age can use it, guys, but if you're somebody who just needs medium coverage and you really, really need your skincare, so do your skincare first. Then if you pop on this, you have more skincare. So if you do love this and you just need a little bit more, I would certainly recommend the Revolution Skin Silk Mascara, 20 shades. I'll pop it up again. Brilliant, brilliant variation, guys. And I just think that's where more of a customer base will come in, because they will have an opportunity then to look for their skin tone. So highly recommend it, guys. I'll be using it definitely throughout the summer. On my good skin days, I'll have this one, and then I will use this on days, maybe even when you're in the evening, a night out, anything like that. But even if you just want coverage throughout the day, something like this is really good. Again, I will pop the price up because I think it's been out a year now, so it may be a little bit more cheaper than $14.99. So you'd find it in Superdrug. You can find it on Amazon too. I purposely went into Superdrug so I could get toned match, skin matched basically, color matched even. Sorry. So yes, that's the review today, guys. Highly recommend it. I hope you're all having a really good weekend. My live will be Monday, 7 o'clock UK time. Looking forward to kind of interacting with you guys. They are for that purpose. So I will be looking at other kind of skincare and makeup looks, but the purpose of it is to kind of get to know you guys, get to know my subscribers, and kind of, you know, have a chat, more interactive. So that'll be Monday at 7. Every other video will be Wednesdays and Saturdays. Appreciate that this was a little bit later coming on. Saturdays are usually before 4 o'clock. My videos are always up, or by 4 I should say. But today a little bit more kind of, I slept in by accident. Not very, very late, but more than I planned, and then I had to do shopping, things like that. So, but yes, guys, I hope you found this informative. I would certainly also want to recommend the Primark blushes. They do lighter ones too, but the Sangria is absolutely amazing. I could have certainly gone, you know, heavier, but I think for me this is perfect. So thank you for watching the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.